All right, everybody. I'm going to wait for people to come in the room, I guess. I tried this earlier, but I got a very important call that I had to take, so sorry about that to anybody that tried to show up. So I wanted to go live today about what happened in court today with Stephen Stearns, and I wanted to do this before Summer got home because this is not a case that I've allowed her really to follow. I'm sorry. I just don't feel like she should be following cases like that, to be honest. So basically, I watched today as the victims impacted their statements on at trial for Stephen Stearns, and I don't understand how he even got a deal. They had him. They had everything they needed to get the DP on him. How did they not get this? This is so irresponsible of everybody involved with this case, and a slap in the face to the families that stood in that courtroom today and had to watch this monster get taken in back. Now, there is a lot of people that are going on and on about the taxpayers' money, this and that. No matter what the taxpayers are paying for this, whether he's on DP or whatever, it's that simple. Because if he sits on DP, DR, which you all know what I mean there, if he sits on that, he'll sit on it for 20 years before anything will happen. Okay? And I'm just saying, and you're still going to pay for it. So I don't know why they took that off the table, to be honest. Yes, they're giving him all these life sentences, but yes, taxpayers are still going to pay for it. Actually, they're going to pay longer because he's going to live a long life in there. Unless he gets prison justice, which doesn't really happen anymore because of all the lawsuits. That's all done. People can say what they want. They're responsible for what happens to these guys in there. It's that simple. Same thing with Bryan Kohberger. How in the world did he get a deal? Why wasn't the families asked first? Why was they just gave, this is what we done. This is what we done, like it or not. He didn't have to produce the weapon he used, didn't have to say how he did it. I'm all for innocent until proven guilty. But he should have had to answer to what happened to those 4 kids. He should have had to answer for that. And he didn't have to do that. No. He got to just be all willy-nilly. I did it. Did you do this? Yes, it was me. It was me. Don't explain it to the families. Don't explain what happened. And he gets a deal. I would believe that these judges should actually be able to, I just can't get over it. I would think that these judges would be able to overturn this, but I guess not. I guess it's a thing where they can't turn it. They can't turn it over. That's because I've got my camera turned off, Kamal. I've got my camera turned off. My glasses are missing. I'm wearing my reading glasses. So as a result of that, I've got the camera turned off because it glows on the reading glasses and I cannot even see the phone when that happens, unfortunately. So I have to be on here with just my avatar. Unfortunately. I hope you can see the avatar at least. It's just a cartoon character of my face. But anyway, no, what happened is I just wanted to talk about this a little bit today. I don't believe that these people should have gotten any deals. I think this was a huge slap in the face to the families, just on both sides. And I don't understand this. How did this happen? Why did we let this happen? I think some people need to lose their jobs. I think that whoever handled the case for BK needs to lose their job. And whoever handled the case for Stephen Stearns needs to lose their job. This was an easy conviction for everybody. I mean, seriously. This was an easy conviction. I don't understand that. I don't understand how these people got by with this. I'll see if it works. Let me try it again. Okay, so that's a little bit better. All right, I'm sorry about that, guys. No, I just feel like what happened was a catastrophe. I feel like if those were my kids in Idaho, oh my, they'd have been locking me up because this is terrible. You know, you got all this stuff going on, and I just got off Dolly's live. I was way behind, and because I was taking calls and everybody was calling, and then I got a new phone today. The old phone was tore up, so now I have this new phone, which is much better for my channel. I can see on it better, but these are my readers, but my other pair is actually my pair, my long range pair. So that's why. But I wanted to come on here today and talk about this because what happened here, what happened was awful. I don't understand how the people that are paying for this are the families. I don't want to hear people talk about the taxpayers. The people that are paying for this are the people that lost their children. That's who's paying for this. And Jen Soto, you should be in prison alongside of Stephen Stearns, as far as I'm concerned. You should be in prison with him. You're far from a victim. You knew exactly what was going on. And you should be locked up. Now, I don't care who that makes mad. That's a fact. What happened to that little girl is insane, disgusting, and insane. And you allowed it to happen. You knew it was happening. You allowed it to happen. Why they didn't charge you is beyond me. I think a whole lot of people need fired over that case. But I wanted to come on here today and talk about this because it seems to me like no one seems to think that this is okay. I feel this way about it. You know, they went and made their decisions because they didn't want to go to court. They didn't want to do any work. Well, I'm sorry. Life is work. And when there are children being unalived, yes, I'll say it the nice way. When there are kids being taken from their families and nobody's doing nothing about it, it sounds to me like they need to get rid of some people that's working in the prosecutor's office on all ends. Bryan Kohberger's case, definitely. People need to be fired. And on top of that, Stephen Stearns' case, people need to be fired. I wanted to come on here and talk about that. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? It's good to see people coming into the chat today. I'm glad you guys are here. I just had to come on here and rant a little bit about this mess that I'm sitting here watching unfold right before my eyes. Right now, I am just, can't even. And also, people, I have found out that some of the people that watch my videos are not subbed up. So if you can, please sub up. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm nowhere near there. If you can sub up, please do. I will be going live more. I just haven't done it. And now that I have a new phone, I'll be doing it. Because I had a phone that was broken. It was not doing anything it should have been doing. And I had to get rid of said phone, and I had to get a new phone. So now I got a phone that the camera works on. I can actually come on here and do lives, talk to you guys, and keep you updated on Summer. And I will give you a quick update on her while we're on the phone. Summer will be seeing a heart doctor next month. Now, we don't know what's going to come of that. They have her seeing a heart doctor because she's close to getting her transplant. And she's getting... pretty much, you know, she's on a lot of blood pressure medicines, and blood pressure goes up, you know, when you're working towards getting a kidney. Her blood pressure's been going up, so she's been on blood pressure medicine to monitorize all that. But now she's going to see a heart doctor as well, just to start monitoring her heart as well. But she is on the top of the list. She's on the 99th percentile. We got told by the transplant doctor and his nurse that she could be called any day from today to 2 years for a kidney, unless she comes up with a live donor that's willing to give her a kidney, and then they can put her in the kidney paired and exchange program, or they can actually give her a kidney from a cadaver. But right now we're just got her listed. That was the main thing in getting her underway for the transplant. Now let me see what it says. See, because it lets me mess with it a little bit. Okay, it's working better now because the camera wasn't working right at first. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, I'm trying to get people to sub up. I will be going live. My older videos, the quality is awful on a lot of them. They're mainly just update videos of me hanging out. Right now, I'm in the U.S. and we live over here. You know, we live in Missouri in the United States. We've been dealing with a lot of storms this year. So I fixed my Facebook today. There was a lot of things I got done today. But I had to get this live up and going. I wanted you guys to know what was going on with her. And I wanted to talk about this case, which I can't even get over, that these people got deals. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You know, I don't mean to get off the subject, you know, when I go on and on about summer, but while I'm on here, I want to give you guys the updates. And the reason for that is because I don't get to give all these updates. I'm on Facebook. You're all free, you know, to reach out. Rita Wiles on Facebook, actually. I've got 2 Facebooks, so I think I got my Rita Ham Facebook back today. But anyway, I've got, because the new phone, when I went into the new phone, it fixed my Facebook. So that was good. It fixed the old one that I couldn't get into. But I can get into this one. So. But I wanted everybody to know what was going on. So. Thank you, though, for subbing up. And I do want people to sub up if they will. I mean, I'm glad the thing is working now. Ago it was showing me a blue screen and I thought it was because of these glasses, but it wasn't. So I just had my avatar up, which normally I have it off, but I've been putting it up more lately. So but anyway, if anybody, let me know in the comments section what cases you want me to cover, because once this hooks up to the computer, I'm going to be able to share screen and we will be looking into different cases. I'm still trying to figure out the phone, which I just got today, and it's a process, but I'm figuring it out. So. Wow, it even lets you fix the lighting. This phone is so much better than the other phone. It lets you fix the white lighting in the room and on the camera. And the camera is way better than the other phone. The other phone had a real blurry camera. And every time I went live, it was a blur or noise or ruckus in the background. I'm not getting that with this phone. Let me know in the comments if I have good video quality today. I want to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was that phone was just junk. So I have been busy all Monday. I got up today at 8 o'clock. Summer got up with me. We called home health. I had to get some paperwork done for them. I got to call back tomorrow and check in with them again. How old was the other one? The other what? My Facebooks? Oh, I've had my Facebooks for a long time. But one of them was older, unless you're talking about my YouTube channel. Oh, other phone? Few years, like 3 years. But the camera never was good on it. It was never really a good camera. Never. And it's one of the ones that's got 3 cameras. You would think it was good. I even went into the settings and tried to fix like retouch and whatever. None of it worked. I don't know. It was a terrible phone. But I will say one thing about that phone. It was dropped a million times and it worked. It was still, like, you could call. You could call. All right, Stephanie, I will talk to you later, lady. You know, come back on. I thank you for subbing up. And ring the bell for notifications so you'll get notified when I'm going live. So, oh, and another thing, my son left. My son went to Massachusetts. He will be back to, I don't know, in about a month, I think. I don't know what's all happening. I just know he gets in tonight at 8 o'clock in Boston, and he's moving to up by Salem, and he's going to be there for a while. Then he's coming back here. Then he's going back up there. So he left, gave me the address where he's going to be. I've been talking to him on the phone, and he's going to be living like right outside of Salem. So that's the home of the witchcraft that he's all interested in. So he will love that. And I'm going to go visit. Now, me and Summer talked about this. We're going to go visit him for Halloween. And we're going to take, I'm kind of scared to do this, but Summer wants to go on a plane. So I ain't never been on a plane, but my. So she wants to go on a plane. We checked into a hotel room for a week. It will be not bad. They said only $300 for a week. No. Oh, you're talking about the video that I have up where I'm in a car. Yeah, that was Summer's last trip to St. Louis. I could there's rules because that's a provider that drives us, so we can run our YouTube channels in the car, but we can't get the drivers on the video. So voice and stuff, they could only have my voice. Yeah, JP. So I checked on hotels for Salem, and I found this beautiful one. And the deal is you get, I think it's for a week, $330 or something. But that's with free breakfast, free Wi-Fi. There's a pool, there's everything. But an indoor pool, of course, because it'll be cold up there. But Halloween, it looks like I'll be going to visit Nathaniel. So that's the plan there. That's where he's at. Yes, he is still going to be Summer's second caregiver. He's just not going to be living here. Yeah, and it's only for a visit. Everybody's like, oh, she's going to move up there because I'm a mover. But I'm not moving. I actually like my house. I like the deal I have on this house. And I have lived here since not this February, but the February before. So over a year now. And our furniture's almost paid for. And I just don't want to move. I don't want to pay to move again. It costs so much money to move. And every time I've moved, I've lost furniture. I've lost stuff. I'm done losing stuff. I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay for things and then lose them. Yeah, I don't want to do that. But grandkids come over on the weekend. I see them. I'm only 9 miles from them. And my grandson was here last night. I had him, and my son was here. They stayed all night. So I got to hang out with my grandbaby all night last night and most of the morning today. Me and Summer did before she got up and got ready for dialysis. That's where she's at now. And she won't be home until 4:35. And right now it's looking like it's 3:55. So I've got about 30 more minutes I can sit on here and talk. But I was looking at all this stuff today. I woke up to this and I seen Stephen Stearns getting his plea deal, which I had heard about it. But like I said, I've been busy going back and forth to doctor's appointments and everything. It's been something. Oh, my Lord, I'm getting tired too. But I've been up all day doing stuff, so that's why. Oh, and that's what I wanted to tell you guys. My son, when he left this book for me. I don't know if anybody has read this book in the chat. He left it with me for Halloween. It's a #1 New York Times bestseller. I couldn't turn the pages fast enough, somebody said. So we're going to see. I love books. I have like quite a collection of them, and I try to read them, but I don't get much time to read. But I've been devoting about an hour a night, and I'm already on a book. I'm reading. Where is it? I had it out even. I was going to read some of it today. Right now, I'm reading this book. Falling for the Innkeeper, Megan Whistler. And it looks like in the back, they have another book. It's called A Battle for a Charming Cape Cod Inn. But what really happens when romance checks in? I haven't read this yet. It's a little bitty love book. It's cute, though. I started it. I'm like a few pages in. Like I said, an hour a night. Better than nothing, but I can't wait to read this one. This is my Halloween book. And then he left me this other book, and he goes, well, you'll have to read the other books before you read this book. I'm like, what other books? And I guess this other book that he left me is like 9 books in from a sequel of other books. It is what it is. And then emoji. Grandkids were over here, and every time they come, they bring stuff. So my granddaughter brings an emoji pillow. She just leaves it here. She didn't even take it home. Emoji. But this is the phone I was talking about that I was on. She can take a beating, but her camera is not a good one. So she got deactivated today, and this one got activated. So they sent me. I'm a person that when I get a new phone, I don't throw away the box. A lot of people throw them away. I don't. I also keep all the little books in case something happens to the phone. So I took all the books that I had to this, and I have this little picture frame thing that I keep my granddaughter's photo in. One of my granddaughters. Her picture's all side-eyed, but that's one of my granddaughters. And inside this book, I have all my important stuff. Like I keep phone numbers to drivers and stuff that take us to appointments. I have I put my books for my thing in here. All my appointments, pictures of my son, my grandson's heart rate when he was still in the belly. That's his heart rate. I went to the doctor's appointment. They cut the paper out for me. All my to my drivers, I still have them. And all these appointments are in here. And this is just like my little information book that I keep. And then I've got another book that I write important stuff in. And then I've got an actual appointment book, which I'm so bad about not using, which I really need to get it together and start using it. And I've got this. This is my list maker book. So what I do with this book is I write in appointments. Recipes go in the front, which me and Summer have been doing. We are going to do this chicken dumplings recipe, chive dumplings it comes with. And then I got in the back appointments set up. And this is just going to be like my information book. Summer's blood pressures, when they're out of whack, we'll put them in there. So we keep a list so we can go to the doctor and we show them that. But yeah, right now we just... care of all this stuff over here. I've got my work cut out for me. I've got a lot of work to do. I had the grandkids over the weekend. I got nothing done. Nothing. So. But I am glad that these monsters are locked up that we were talking about earlier. I just think that what happened was not right. And I wanted to point out, this is another thing I wanted to touch on while we're on here. I don't know how many of you follow the case of Jack and Lily, but I watched the grandma the other day, the step grandma, Daniel's mom. I watched that. And I'm a grandma, and don't get me wrong, I want to relate to her. I really do. I really do. 'Cause this, to me, this whole case don't make no sense. Now, here in the U.S., okay, these people did not lose one kid. They lost 2 kids overnight. 2. I want to even know how that even happens. How? I don't understand that. I want someone to explain that to me because I can't figure that out. You hear stories all the time about kids coming up missing. This kid was kidnapped. This kid got outside. They can't find it. All kinds of wild stories. You know, and you expect it, you know, you expect these kind of stories to come out. They're going to come out, you know. But then these people lose 2 kids in one night. 2 kids. Everybody's there, but nobody knows what happened. Everybody's home. Grandma's in her trailer. There's a brother living over there. Hi, Tanya. Oh, I'm on a mood to find out about that deal they all got. They shouldn't have got BK and Stephen Stearns. But Jack and Lily, as far as Jack and Lily goes, no. I kind of can understand the grandma's point of view. She said they searched her trailer 3 times. She said they could come back and search again. I believe she thinks something didn't happen. In my mind, I look at her and I'm like, she's not lying in her mind. Nothing happened there that was awry on these kids. But I'm telling you now, something happened because those kids are gone. And those adults are fine. And the mama ain't even talking to no one. She is not talking. There's another baby involved. Rumors of this baby being put in CPS care. A sister or somebody coming forward and saying that Daniel was in the trailer doing the day they were over there, and that's why he got kicked out. And I had heard that in that chat room I was in where there was 5,000 people. And I sent that to people, and they're like, oh, no, we shouldn't be. I'm like, I'm telling you, that's what they're saying. And then lo and behold, whoopsie poopsie, here we are. That's what they're saying. That they found that in the trailer, and that's why Malaya had to leave with that baby. So here we are. There was a chat room. I was in that chat room 5,000 people later before they shut it down because they was in there talking all this stuff, and I was trying to tell people what they were saying and to get into that chat room, but was told, oh, no. Yeah. So here we go. Rita was right. Again, they don't like it when I'm right. I don't make these things up. Yes. You know, I told Summer Wells. I said they're going to start looking for Summer Wells. No, they're not. No, they're not. Yes, they are. They're going down there to search. Yes, they are. There's rumors. They're going down there and searching. And it ain't rumors no more. They need to find that little girl. It's been 4 years. This is unacceptable. They need to find out what happened to her. The truth about what happened to her. Seriously, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It sounds to me like someone else needs to be leading that investigation as well. Sebastian Rogers, they just got to buy. I don't care what Chris and Katie say, they got by with it. Something happened. In my opinion, something happened. And I'm entitled to my opinion. I don't care. Still no Sebastian Rogers, nowhere to be found. Parents are fine. YouTubers being friends with them, hanging out with them. bringing them on their channels like they're all cool. Yeah. Making fun of other YouTubers, not worrying about looking for these kids. Being friends with the parents. Knowing darn well and good that the parents are suspects. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if they say the parents have been vetted. That means nothing to me. That don't mean anything to me. The parents been vetted. Okay. Investigators have been wrong in the past. Straight up. In my opinion, these people all got by with it. They lawyered up. They don't have to talk to the police. No body, no crime. Same thing with Jack and Lily. No bodies, no crime. They need those bodies before they can arrest anybody. Although they got them hands down on neglect. All of them on that, including Chris and Katie. Including Chris and Katie. Chris admitting that he hit that kid with a belt. Admitting it, coming out of his own. That's child abuse. A kid's got a pocket of water on his brain and you're hitting him with a belt. Child abuse. Arrest him for that. Lock them up. Then ask them questions while they're locked up. These cops ain't doing their jobs. None of them are. None of them. And over there with the RCMP, they ain't doing their job when it comes to Jack and Lily. They ain't doing their job. Nope. Those babies didn't stand a chance. They were outside playing and then they were just gone. Poof. I saw that property. Look it up. Look it up. Look at the property. Look at the yard. They could have got hurt in that yard. We don't know. We weren't out there. We don't know what happened. And like I said, I'm a grandma. I want to understand. You know, she's sitting there blaming herself. If I would have went outside 30 minutes earlier, yeah. But you know what? It's not her responsibility to watch those kids. It's Malaya's. It is Daniel's. They're the ones together with those kids. Say what you want about the biological father. He was not there. Some people are not fit to be parents. Some people know that. And they step back and they say, hey, I'm going to do what's right for my kid, and I'm not going to be this kid's parent. Okay? You got grandparents getting involved in this. Y'all don't even care about your parents, or you'd be all telling the truth. I'm going to tell you that now. You don't care about your parents because your parents are going to have strokes dealing with this. Grandkids missing. People not watching kids. People not getting up in the morning and feeding these kids. Not doing nothing with these kids. Oh, they were playing. We were laying down. We were laying down. They were doing this. They were doing that. We could hear them playing. You don't even get up and go check on them. You know, I don't even understand how this even went down like it did. And the RCMP's made no arrest. Not even for child neglect. If that was, okay, for one, I'm going to tell you now, you can look this case up too, Cody Bigsby. Cody Bigsby's dad, he's sitting in prison. They have no body. They locked him up. They don't play. They didn't play. You're in the States. If you're in the States, other than Tennessee, I don't care who this offends, apparently in Tennessee you can get by with anything. Anything goes down there. But I'm from the show me state. And I want to know what happened to these kids. You got parents, well, they're here. They're not here now. We don't know what happened. Let's not talk about it no more. Let's not worry about it. We're all fine, but our kids are gone. They're missing. We don't know where Sebastian is. We just know he went out the door. He's not on any cameras in the area, but he went out the door. The aliens didn't take him. There was no UFO above the house that night. Someone's lying. That kid is gone, and those parents walked. The same thing with Summer Wells. The same thing with Jack and Lily. These cases are all the same. Law enforcement not doing their job. Not doing their job, not taking care of these kids, not doing anything they should have done. That's, you know, neither here nor there, but no. But I'm going to drop down, guys. I have got to get the kitchen done. I have got to get ready. Summer is coming home. She's going to want to fix dinner. And I got to take the dog out. They want to go out and play for a minute, so I got to do that. And no, I can't tape all that because I don't have a case on this phone, and I don't want to break my brand new phone. I got to get a case on this phone. But I might be back later for a live. I don't know. I'm not promising. I might try to go live a little later if it's nice enough. So, but remember what I said. If you haven't already subbed up, please sub up. Like the video. Please sub up. And I'll see y'all next time. It'll be tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to try to go live every day now that the camera's working. All right. All right. Bye, guys. I'll be here, though. Send me a message, whatever you need to do on here. All right. Bye.